Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode. Today we're taking a look at the Galaxy of Lemuria, a game that has come into the blockchain and has way more play than it's play to earn. It's play to earn just like any other game, but look at it. It's a proper game, not just a click and battler. And we can encounter enemies where we can get random drops, some of them more rare than others. You've got your inventory system down in the bottom. These guys reached out to me and I had to cover it because, you know, I'm a big believer in the games of the blockchain are going to look a lot like this in the future, and not too long. This is going to be a universe. As you can see, this is the planet. Offers some really good, stunning visuals as we zoom in on our position on this planet. They plan to have different planets. This is not just going to be the only one. And these random drops are going to be things that you'll add to your inventory, and you can use them to craft certain things. You know, you can build armor, craft weapons. You're going to have, as you can see, these magic cards that can do different effects. So here we're laying down Rain of Rocks. And this is where the real strategy is going to come in against PvE and PvP when that comes in. Imagine getting some rare card drops that are going to have rare abilities that you're going to have a limited amount of. Imagine, you know, going out and selling some of these things that you've got. And as I say, it's not just going to be confined to one planet. The plan is, down the line, for you to be able to have ships which you can explore the world with, but also go to different planets. And from there, you know, you're probably going to find resources that you wouldn't find on this planet. Now, their roadmap is over the next over 2022. But as you can see, they've progressed so far with it already. They've spent the past year trying to integrate this to the blockchain, and now it's just a case of releasing alphas, getting feedback, perfecting this so it is a game that we can be happy with playing. As you can see, this guy's exploring and encountering some random chests in the sea. We're going to have the ability to build. So these items are going to be things that you can use to build your own home. You can customize it to what you want. So it might be you get some that you don't like. You have your own bed that you want. You can summon chests that you've got, and in them they can have specific items that you use to fight. So here we can see this staff having a long range attack rather than having to go in with a close range. And then, damn, fireballs dropping, destroying these skeletons. So as you can see, this game is definitely something that is far along in terms of you know, if you compare it with a lot of other games, they've already got a really good base to build off. And you know, over the next year, we're going to see, you know, we're not going to get this complete package because you don't get that on the blockchain, and you don't get it in mobile gaming on PS4, which is originally planned for. But it saw the opportunity in blockchain gaming and jumped at the opportunity to get in there. And it's just gonna sync so well. Like, just being able to go out and get random drops and grind for NFTs. This is what I want from any play to earn game. Getting token back is great, but it's not sustainable for the economy. But going out and getting NFTs that you want, better weapons that you can battle with, getting items that, you know, give you better defensive armor and different skills. That's what I really want from a game, and I think this is something that's going to offer that. So we're going to take a look today at the roadmap, white paper, and have a little play on the demo as well. And of course, we're going to be talking about their up and coming founders sale, which is coming very, very soon. We're going to be talking about the dates, when to put that into your calendar, the drops, the things that you can get from that as well. So let's look at the roadmap. This is really important. You know, these are some key dates coming up very, very soon that I think are, you know, I'm personally going to be getting on. So the plan was to build the roadmap white paper, which they've done in line with that, October the 4th. This white paper is one of the most complex white papers, and it is so because the game has so many features to it that you would expect from a proper, you know, a real properly built game with good NFT drops, you know, random things that you're going to need to craft to go into battle with. And that's why I think this game's got a lot of potential going forward. The open alpha October the 4th, which is playable, so I've got a copy of that and we're going to be just having a little show of it. It is a sandbox, but it gives, you know, a really good example of what items you can use, different things you can craft. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. We've got the marketing launch, which is now, that's what I'm part of. The packages, NFT minting, October the 15th. Founders sale launch is on OpenSea on Ethereum, Polygon, on the Polygon network using Ethereum. So, quick speed, cheap gas fees, October the 16th. So make sure that, you've got your Matic transferred and, you've transferred that into ETH and you're ready. You've got funds there ready for October the 16th for the Founders Sale launch. Now, in the Founders Sale, you will be able to buy booster packs. These will contain 5 cards with at least one of them being guaranteed to be rare or higher. They will include NFTs and non-NFT cards. Many items in the game Galaxy of Lemuria have limited edition quantities. Specific rarities, NFT items rare and above. Now, booster pack contents will contain variety of the different NFTs listed in this section. Building schematics, cosmetic items, equipment items, pets, space explorer, and will pull the same rarity as most things with these rarities as stated here. Now, you'll be able to purchase characters, of which there are unlimited and limited supplies when it comes to the epic, legendaries, and mythics. Unlimited, rares, and commons in there fall under the same percentages as you can expect with everything else. You've got equipment in there, which you'll be able to buy and sell for equipment in the marketplace or buy NFTs with rarity. You've got a limited supply of rare, epics, legendary, and mythics as follows. And again, dropping at the same rates with an unlimited supply of commons. You have the Founders Token. Now, token holders of this will receive an airdrop every 2 weeks of guaranteed in-game items, non-NFT, with a 10% chance of obtaining 1 booster card pack. So you could get 5 extra items for free just for holding this token. Founders Token holders will receive 1 entry per token for a surprise random draws giveaways on social media. Every time a Founders Token holder doesn't receive a bonus booster card pack via airdrop, the percentage is increased by 10% until the Founders Token receives it, and then this effect resets. I really like that. It just means you've got extra chances every time the airdrop drops every 2 weeks. You've got booster packs obtained from Founder Tokens are unlimited, and Founders Tokens will provide utility for as long as you hold it. So who knows what else they will actually help you with. Remember, there might be as I mentioned, there might be that token that holds you, give you a potential allocation when the token comes out. Who knows? And we've got guild tokens in there as well, lands and planets. There's plenty more to come with this game. We've got the Space Explorers package, which will be available. Again, limited and unlimited supplies with that. So plenty to get, because this game is going to have plenty for you to use some of these items and play in different ways. Tease it pre-sale. Potentially you're gonna get a rare drop. Once you get a mythic drop, that's 1 in 200, so you'd have to buy 200 of these to have a really good chance of getting it. But you could buy like 3 and still get that mythic, and that's going to be worth a hell of a lot. Usually you're going to see, like, if it's 1 in 200, you're going to see like a 1 in 50 chance of the price, a 50x on your price of what you paid for it initially, and then who knows when the game actually comes out and it has utility. So these are things to pay attention to, that you might need to have a fair bit of Ethereum in your wallet if you want to take part of this and get a chance at getting those legendary and mythic drops. I'm definitely going to be getting involved in that, trying to pick up some items. These are going to be NFTs that you will be able to use in the future. And this is pre-game, and I always like to buy NFTs pre-game when they don't have utility yet, so that when they do have utility, that value just increases and people, there's demand for it then. And when there's demand, the price just goes up. We've got the Founders Sale closing November the 13th, and packages contents NFT minting will be November the 14th. This is a project that, you've got to look at and see, do I like the look of it? Do I want to support the development of it? You'll be a founder. Do you want to help them integrate this into the blockchain and support them probably financially? The purchase of these NFTs will help fuel the development of this project. And if it is something you want to be part of, then, get invested in it. Even if it's not something that you really want to invest in, from you want to encourage the development of it, from a financial side of point of view, buying NFTs pre-game is always lucrative in the future when the demand increases for it. And we have a development. It's not just a concept, which we have a lot of in the blockchain space. This is a ready built alpha 0.1 that I can play in, and as we've seen the game footage, there's loads to it already. Closed alpha 2022 Q1. And then we see the progression of the development of this game occurring heavily in 2022. So this Homeland sneak peek for founders. So that's you get involved in the founders sale, will get early access to play the Galaxy of Lemuria. Homeland Alpha 0.2 development build. Then we go into Q2 where the Homeland release will occur. Homeland Alpha 0.2 is a complete remake of the previous Alpha build featuring graphics and technical improvements. And we'll see a lot of the features like using your package pre-order bonuses, blockchain integration, card-based system, main Homeland planet with animated elements being interactive, all character classes, male and female, base skills only, 2 different game modes, basic story and basic dungeons, basic player versus environment, building system, resource gathering, basic crystal system, basic character level and stat allocation system, basic NPC system, and consumables all will be coming into play. Then we see Q3, alpha version 0.3, basic profession system, mastery system, new skills, abilities, pet system, new game mode, basic PvP, weather system, crafting system, fishing and cooking. And then Q4, there will be space travel. So as you saw in that spaceship taking off, there will be 2 new different planets and you will be able to go over to them. So these new environments will probably provide you with new NFTs that you can find, new treasures, new enemies that you can battle for random drops of different items and materials that you might need to craft. We've got quests and achievements and cosmetics. The addition of towns, cities, and village ecosystems will be added. We'll talk about towns, cities, village ecosystems in a minute when we look at the white paper. Disclaimer though, all systems may not be available at once. Details and further announcements will come in future, and additional milestones may be added in the upcoming future. Roadmap features are subject to change due to unforeseen events. But what we're probably going to see is a lot being there. They're in alpha, and there's going to be a lot of community interaction of we like this, we don't like this works, this doesn't. And being part of the development means that you have a part in that. If you've got a gaming experience and you know what works and what doesn't, you can feed that back, and they'll probably likely to take that on board. We'll be able to help pick out the bugs, things that don't work, and you might just buy these initially and just come back in a year, download the game, and your NFTs, you'll be able to use them when the game is fully developed. And also you might by that point the demand for them might have increased, and the value of what you purchased, which we see across many games. Gilded Guardians, like plus 5x, Step Hero, I over 10x on that. So you see purchasing these NFTs at the early launch can really have some value going forward. So let's take a look at the alpha. Let's have a little play through it before we take a look at the whitelist. Right, here we are in the alpha. We can change, it's a sandbox at the moment, we can change anything we want really. So we can change our hairstyle, unlike in the red. We can add some friends in here. We can change the lighting. Oh, I like that style. That looks nice. We'll go with that. Right, so we have at the bottom, we can just set up our bed here. We can summon a magic chest. In that magic chest, we can have some items. Right, we want some special cards. No, we want, Rains of Rock. Take that. Ice Spikes. We'll take that. Oh, we've already got some attacking cards. Oh, that's cool. So we can heal our friends with that as a support. Change a weapon. So the building system is, smooth. Perfect for building a house on a hill. Oh, so these lock into place straight away. It finds the place where you want to add them. So I got a bit carried away with making tables. I'm expecting a lot of people to my party. Here I can become the Space Explorer. This is what your rocket ships will look like. And you'll be able to use these as a taxi to get to other planets. So right, now I've summoned some enemies. We can use a range of different attacks. So we've got ice spikes here. We've got pillars of fire. And we have planes of rocks, which you've got to place carefully to make sure that you hit your enemy. These are going to be better for doing damage to a number of enemies and getting you out of tricky situations. This hyena just seems to have unlimited health. Die, skeleton! There we go. Or you can just do your plain attack. Pick up some of the spoil. That's right, we got some spines and some bones. I don't want spinal bones. Decided to spawn an army. An army of skeletons. And you can see it handles battling with a huge amount of enemies really well. Calculates all the health. It's been knocked off. It's a bit loud. But hey, it works. Everything is there that this game needs to work. It's just a case of bringing it all together, perfecting it through community feedback. Okay, so now let's check out the white paper. So I've spent a lot of time working through this, so it means I can summarize a lot of it for you, because there's no way we're getting through this in you know, a short time. But what it does show is exactly, you know, they have a real big plan for, you know, making this a complex game with a lot of systems, play to earn, rental programs, scholarship programs, everything that you'd want to see in a blockchain game. So let's get into it. The Galaxy of Lemuria is a blockchain-based game. TGOL utilizes Ethereum on the Polygon blockchain, featuring a trading card-based system and a vast procedurally generated galaxy to explore. The game NFTs are deployed in OpenSea and are compatible with MetaMask, Coinbase, you know, all standard wallets. The vision is to have gamers having full control of their digital assets and increase adoption of blockchain technology in everyday lives while playing to earn. Their mission is to provide a fun, enjoyable and profitable experience for communities around blockchain gaming and build an ecosystem of play-to-earn systems to meet needs of all gamers around the world. So we've got loads of different, you know, the gameplay, as I said, is complex. You know, they've got inspirations draw from different games in the past. They wanted to build something that is visually memorable, has characters, warm, appealing anime aesthetic, real-time battle, fast-paced fun, immersive procedural world and content for every player type. The story is all began when a boy found a galaxy portal, and he was sucked into that galaxy and found himself in the galaxy of Lemuria. Game interactions, as we've seen in the alpha, is a living, breathing world that is procedurally generated. So, you know, there's going to be different terrains, different areas. There's going to be seasonal changes, day to night transitions. It's going to feature, you know, your standard key bindings that you would expect with any game on PC. The inventory system is really easy to use. You know, I really like the way it is there, because you've got all the things that you, in real-time battle, you need them to be accessible. This is why it works really well on PC, because you can just, you know, use your mouse, click something and quickly access it in battle and then place it down to attack your enemy. You're gonna have to get used to some of these card effects as well, because some of them will affect different, you know, an area. If you're in real-time battle, and what I found when I was playing the alpha is if you're running away, being chased by something, and then you place something. If you place it in the wrong place, it might attack them behind because they may have moved out the way by then. So you have to, you know, get to know your cards and what you're using. The inventory system is limited, so it contains 50 slots for players to choose things like equipment, consumable items, materials for building. There's going to be cosmetic variants, upgrading, non-NFT versions and NFT versions, and crystal magic chests. It's a cosmetic variant that will add an additional 10 slots. Exploration is going to be a big part of this. They want to build a universe, so as you saw in the roadmap, the plan is to develop other planets that you can go to. They will be able to do that by space travel, where the perks of this is you'll be able to visit different planets. You know, also you can provide a taxi service to somebody. Imagine being a taxi driver. What do you do? I'm a taxi driver. Is it busy around this time of the year? I'm like, oh yeah, there's loads of people wanting to go to different planets. What? Yeah, so you can actually potentially play to earn by being a taxi service. Space exploration rarity, same rarities for this, and when you're accessing those in the founder's sale. The gaming experience can occur through multiple different things, killing monsters, exploring new planets, dungeons, raids, things like that. Yes, there will be raids where, you know, we can work together and take down a boss. The leveling system goes from 1 to 99 maxed out, and when you gain enough experience, you will be able to level up. You could also receive mastery skill points at specific level intervals. Item drops, so there will be random drops from different enemies. This is just an example, so imagine I was fighting a mushroom, and it has a rare chance of providing a mushroom top hat, and that will be limited supply. So some of these items that you'll be looting for, they will run out, and that will increase, reduce supply, increase demand, and increase value. Some of them will be unlimited drops though. The gathering system, you can go around and gather resources such as various mining nodes, plant life, and other raw materials. These will be used in crafting. They will have a crystal system. So these are rare, valuable resources that you can get and sort after, one of a kind. And they have different rarities. So you're going to want to find mythics will be better. But I really like the system that these are going to be, droppable in dungeon and raid bosses. Higher level dungeon bosses, so the higher your level is, the higher drop potential and more powerful items. But even if you only get a bunch of rares, you can fuse them together to get an epic. You can fuse epics to get legendary, 10 legendaries to get a mythic. And the building system, you've got the limited supply here for building schematics, cosmetic items, from looting from crystals, pets, rare, mythic. Percentage 25% chance, but they may be adjusted for game balancing. That's about feedback from ourselves. There's going to be types of settlements. So we talked about Q4. They're looking to have different exploration of different areas, and villages will be smaller settlements, but they have no defensive systems, and no daily quests, no NPCs to engage with, learn skills. But as we go bigger towns, cities, you start to see Kingdom has impenetrable defensive support systems. NPCs are available to learn new skills. Daily quests will be offered, and kingdoms are located with bigger systems, particularly bigger sized planetary systems with larger general populations. So, and the more NPCs, the more storylines added to towns, and more to cities, more to kingdoms. Quests and achievements, these are things that you can engage with. There are going to be individual ones and group-based ones. These are your dungeon encounters, raid encounters. So I think you're going to need a specific amount of people to be able to take down a dungeon. You're not able to do that individually, but individually you can defeat a set number of creatures, collecting a set number of items off specific creatures. They're going to have time-based quests, daily quests, and achievements for you to complete to add that enjoyment and keep the need to keep playing each day to complete quests and boost your level of experience to give you different opportunities. And PvP, PvE will be added into the game, so we can expect PvE to probably be kind of the dungeon raids. The PvP system added later will involve dueling, so you'll be able to duel. This is where this game is going to be really good in PvP, because it is real-time based, because you're going to have different items, different special effects with those cards that you use. There's going to be real strategy to placing them down, using a healing potion, using different effects that could make this a really, really good PvP game. And it's going to have competitive gameplay. You'll be able to purchase entry tickets to tournaments where you'll be able to battle it out with some of the best. And the Colosseum will offer prospectors a chance to bet on tournament matches. And will offer specific odds. So even if you're not actually battling, you can pick, like esports, will be able to pick somebody who's really good and back them over another person, and maybe place bets on it and get returns through that. Rewards will scale based on the level bracket of players involved and distributed accordingly, and some unique items will be awarded through competitive gameplay, which have extremely limited quantities. Different character classes. So the Galaxy Lemuria will offer 8 different classes. These will range from Assassin, Berserker, Mage, Monk, Necromancer, Priests, Range, and Warriors, and they'll all have different kind of preferences to the way you might battle. So you'll see people who are strength, berserkers, warrior classes. These will be mainly based for overall damage output, whereas if you want agility, which is overall damage and damage output, you want your assassin, monk, ranger. If you want to be somebody who is more of like a healer, vitality converts to overall health, utilized by all classes. This is going to be really good as a support for helping people in raids and dungeons. So you can play it to the style that you like to play to in games like this. We're going to have a lot of other features like skills mastery system, types of armor, equipment, cards, rarities. We're going to have crafting, building schematics, consumables, cosmetics, and it'll tell you about the system requirements needed to play the game. This game is going to be play to earn. So the Galaxy of Lemuria is a new type of game that rewards players for time and effort they spend both playing the game and growing the ecosystem. There's going to be no cost to inventory. Players may opt to play a common character for free up to level 20 and then purchase an NFT character which unlocks the entire game experience. Free-to-play players will be able to grind for in-game items as well as NFTs that may be utilized in-game or traded in the in-game marketplace, as well as OpenSea. So free-to-play from the beginning has a limit, but you could grind and find some random drops, sell those items on OpenSea, make some money, and then you can pay to unlock the whole experience. The Galaxy of Lemuria is a 100% player-owned, real money economy. Game resources and items are tokenized. They can be sold to anyone, anywhere on open peer-to-peer markets, and the character NFT packages will have the same random drops. They will develop their own crypto coin. Future coins will not be available at Founder Sale pre-launch, but will be given in future announcements. With things like this, sometimes you get a guaranteed place if you are a founder, guaranteed place to whitelist to token offerings. So keep that in mind, is that if you're investing in this as well, it might be that it'll give you an access to the whitelist when a token becomes available. Can't say that for sure though, but typically that does happen because people like to reward their founders. There's going to be supply and demand of NFTs, long-term growth, startup economy. The overall outlook is that they want the players to see it as a fun, engaging, immersive gameplay. There's going to be rental programs, as we mentioned, within like the ferrying of, renting out your spaceship. Scholarship program is going to be available. So for people who have several NFT game assets, you'll be able to sponsor them to other people. You'll gain some percentage of the earnings made by the scholar, but it gives people the opportunity to utilize really powerful NFTs for a small price, or for free, in this case, with it not being rented. But they will pay that back in, grinding. It also gives people who've got really good NFTs an opportunity of other revenue. So it looks like there's going to be plenty of ways to earn in this game if you get involved and have, spaceships, have good NFTs, good rare drops. Community is a new type of game where development and community work together. So they really want to work together to develop this game. The team is made up of a lot of people with a lot of experience in this was founded, this Lemuria Studios was founded in 2013, and we've got a CEO, 7 years in business product development, 7 years in game development, game director, lead principal engineer. We've got people with experience in business and product development. We've got people with social media experience, business, blockchain, crypto investor and advisor. All of these are docs, so you can go and check out their LinkedIn profiles. My big concern is that it founded a long time ago, and we have a game that is developed, and why is it in alpha? That's one other thing I asked them, and they said at the moment they made the switch to thinking like this needs to be built into blockchain, and a lot of their time in the past year has been spent on focusing on integrating this into the blockchain so it will work. And this is a game that they're going to take the time on. Clearly, over the next year, they're really going to make sure they implement a lot of new things to the game that will work and function well and integrate well with the blockchain. There are a selection of their partners. So check this out. I'll put all the links to this white paper in the description below. A link to their YouTube page and socials. Check it out. Do your own research on it. See if it's something that you'd be interested. But personally, having played the game, I feel like there's a lot of potential in this game to be big on the blockchain. And getting in early is always a good thing on games that have potential. Okay, well that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button, hit subscribe if you can keep up to date with future content. That's all from me. See you guys soon.